Is this working okay? Good evening, glad you're here. Thanks for giving us a few seconds. 30 minutes ago, this was a symphonic band rehearsal with about 60 people sitting down with music stands and percussion and all that stuff. So we did a pretty quick presto changeover here. Glad you're here. This is our winter concert, although some call it the spring concert. I'm always confused what to call it, but this is our second trimester final exam for all of these students, and I'm proud to say that I think everybody is going to pass. I hope you feel the same at the end of the night. We're going to start tonight with jazz band. This is our jazz band. They normally meet at 7:15 in the morning, and they don't look quite this chipper and well-dressed. One of the quickest ways to get a car is to become a sophomore in jazz band, because mom and dad get tired of getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to drive you to school. So anybody else in the back there with band can figure that out. So we're going to start tonight with something right out of the Count Basie library. Benny Carter wrote a set of music for based on locations and events in Kansas City. And this is a piece right out of the library called Vine Street Rumble. Thank you. So just like in English class, we have our standards. And a jazz standard, however, is a tune that nearly any jazz musician who would call themselves a jazz musician would know. There are certain tunes that if I go to the jazz station on a Sunday afternoon and there's a jam, that somebody can say, hey, we'll play this, no, Centerpiece. Okay, I should know Centerpiece. Let's do another one, Straight No Chaser. I should know Straight No Chaser. Take the A Train. I should know that on my instrument. This one is one that's definitely a standard, but Mark Taylor has kind of a different take on it. And it ends kind of one of those, I love an ending of a book that kind of makes you scratch your head, and I think this kind of does the same thing. So this is Blue Monk by Thelonious Monk, and it's arranged by Mark Taylor. piece has been arranged for so many ensembles. If you Google this title and this composer, you'll find guitar flute, guitar oboe. I could stay here and name different combinations forever, symphony orchestras and different groups, but this is just a wonderful jazz band arrangement. I think there were kids in the band room when I found this on YouTube and heard me scream, "We gotta do this!" And we spent the winter working on it, but it's a great arrangement of Libertango. can only imagine, thank you very much, by the way. I can only imagine in the late 1930s, early 1940s, the early big band and jazz era, finding rhythms from all over the world and either finding rhythms from all over the world or finding out that all over the world there was jazz, or that people were taking jazz back to wherever they came from. And this is a prime example. This is a piece that has a very Cuban flavor to it that we had a chance to explore. And even this morning I had them standing up and dancing, and they looked at me part like, I get it, and the other half of the band was going, what are you doing? And it was a lot of fun to kind of explore this, and we'll keep doing that. If you're interested, we have a performance next Friday night at LCC. Lane Community College band director Doug Dorfert has invited our band to be the first half of their concert next week. So if you are available, interested, and a fan, we'd love to have some support out there from Churchill. It's 7:30 at the, I believe it's Ed Ragazzino Hall at Lane Community College, and we'll do a very similar set, or probably maybe even the identical set tonight, if you'd like to hear us do this again. And it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to hearing their band, and I know they're looking forward to hearing us. So that's next Friday. My commercial is done. Next piece. So Frito is not only a food, but it's also a tune title that we're gonna play for you, and it's just wonderful. Like I said, exploring these rhythms from all over the world has been a blast. So from a beautiful Libertango to Sofrito. our symphonic band, and we're featuring some music from the late Renaissance, I think I would call it. That was written, excuse me, Bob Margolis arranged it in the 80s for a modern band, but he was borrowing music going all the way back to the 1500s for his source material, and he turned these old dances into something really cool for band. Our next piece was actually, I will tell you real quickly, this was going to be the subject of my thesis, or my dissertation as a doctoral horn student, and then this wonderful job at Churchill came open, and I just couldn't resist, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful gift to me to be able to be here and work with these students. But what I found is that these were melodies from a book called Orchesography. And Orchesography was written from a dance master to his student about the social graces of dating and social events and how to dance and how to talk to someone and all this kind of things like that. But there were little sketches of the original melodies that he was referring to, and then this wonderful tablature that tells the dancer how to put their feet and how to move their arms. And it's really interesting if you ever get a chance. It's in French, so it's very difficult to just pick up and peruse. But this was all dances from Orchesography. And Peter Warlock in 1926 turned this into a wonderful piece for orchestra and pretty much reconstructed these little melodic snippets, and later it was arranged for bands. So we're going to share some Renaissance-ish music with you, going all the way back to 1500s.
moment to acknowledge what it is about. This song is called Fragile, and it's part of the unBroken project, which is an initiative that uses music to address mental health.
With the state of the world these past few years, we need to listen when others talk about mental health. The only problem is that people love to hear a story about someone who beats the odds, overcomes adversity, or just comes out stronger on the other side, when a lot of the times that isn't the case. Due to this, mental health isn't talked about as much as it should be, and people are reluctant to ask for the help that they need.
We want all of you to know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with struggling with your mental health. If you have a cut on your finger, you put a Band-Aid on it. Or if you need glasses, you wear glasses. So please don't hesitate to talk to someone if you need to. In your programs tonight, you'll see a QR code to some great mental health resources for anyone who may need them.
Fragile's composer, Randall Stanridge, had this to say about the piece. Fragile reflects on the darker aspects of the silent epidemic that claims thousands of lives every year. The goal of the unBroken project is to create works that spark conversations and reflections, as well as tearing down the social taboo of discussing mental health conditions. Some may say that students who play these pieces are too young to discuss such topics.
But no, for some of them, this is their daily reality.
And we need to talk about this.
Could we have a round of applause for that last one more time, please? We're going to play most of our concert tomorrow morning for the student body, which has been a wonderful gift to be able to do. And we'll have that QR code around for students to access. The 3 students who read that introduction wrote that themselves. I had very little input on that, and I want to recognize them for their effort and everything they put into the heart and soul of making that introduction. And we'll do that again tomorrow for the student body. Okay, we'll get started.
Debut by an extremely talented young composer, full of soaring melodies, unique harmonies, and exciting rhythms. River of Life is a quality composition that is sure to be popular for contest and concert, used by bands all over the world. I hope you enjoy.
Sakana Sakana is perhaps the most famous of all Japanese folk songs. This setting was done as a gift from Ray Kramer to the Musashino Academy of Music and the student members of their fine wind ensemble. Within a few months after the premiere, the manager of the wind ensemble, Koichi Onodera, died at an all too early age. He loved this setting, and the piece brought him to tears with each hearing. During Kramer's stay in Tokyo, while working with the wind ensemble, Kramer and Onodera developed a very close friendship. Kramer greatly admired Onodera's intense loyalty and dedication to the school and the students. Kramer felt it was only fitting that this work be dedicated to his memory. This setting is very Japanese in style, character, and timbre. Hope you like it.
I'm also going to tag, many of these kids know Corey Rusko. You may know Corey, who has forever been the guy at the front gate at football games, the front door at basketball games. Many of these kids who graduated from ATA also know him as the custodian at ATA. I've known Corey for as long as I've been at Churchill. He was a campus supervisor who eventually became lead custodian here and moved over to ATA. But he's someone I love like a brother and someone that many Churchill community people know. Corey lost his son this last week to a horrible ear infection that was not good, obviously. But we want to offer this to Corey Rusko and his family tonight.
2. So this is waltz number 2 is up next. Originally misidentified as the Lost Suite for Jazz Orchestra, number 2, Shostakovich's Suite for Variety Stage Orchestra, is notable for the addition of saxophones, accordion, and guitar to the typical symphony orchestra instrumentation. The appealing second waltz is in a light classical style and is adapted by James Kernell.
Kleine Yiddish rag music is a synthesis of Scott Joplin ragtime and Jewish folk song. This effect is haunting and evocative of 1930s Berlin. Gorb composed a series of short works which feature varying musical elements in creatively accessible ways. This notion was first presented in his 2003 composition, Eine Kleine Yiddish Rag Music. This work demonstrates a brilliant synthesis of ragtime, particularly that of Scott Joplin, with Jewish folk music, klezmer, reminiscent of 1930s Berlin. I hope you enjoy.
They have just finished basketball season, and I cannot tell you how many people from even the visiting team came up and said, "Oh, well, didn't you know that you guys are the band to check out in basketball season?" And the wonderful comments from not only our families and our basketball parents and people in the team at Churchill, but the opposing team. Very often comments, referees going, "Hey man, nice band." And that's all wonderfully appreciated, but these are the people who do all the hard work. I just wag my arms when the music starts and stop them by the time the 32nd time out is over. So if we could have one for basketball band, everybody. This next piece has a little bit of a trigger warning. There are some lighting effects. If flashing lights bother you, I want to warn you ahead of time. But I hope you enjoy our next piece.
Hello.
I'm Kaya. Play trumpet. Very cool.
Yeah.
This next piece is called Electricity. We have both wind ensemble and symphonic band playing this one. This piece is by Daniel Buckfitch. He has a master's. He has a master's degree in composition and arrangement. So he knows what he's doing, and that is why it sounds so good. This piece depicts like a factory breaking down, and everything in between that process and after it. It's very complicated, a very like adventurous piece. It kind of pushes the limits of what we consider like concert band, and I think it's very important, and I hope you all enjoy it.